Yeah, what up, YouTube? Here with a post-fight video for the Stephen Fulton Brendan Figueroa fight. In my opinion, one of the top candidates for 2021's Fight of the Year, and it was a close, competitive, rugged matchup between the two top championship caliber fighters, with Stephen Fulton winning via majority decision. Now he's the unified WBO and WBC super bantamweight champion. Now, me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between the two guys. I had the fight scored 7-5 in favor of Stephen Fulton, but like I said, it was a highly competitive bout. Um, Figueroa, was throwing any and everything. He's a volume punching pressure fighter, and he did bring the pressure to Stephen Fulton. But Cool Boy, he was living up to his ring name. He didn't fold under pressure. He kept his cool and composure. He fought very well and answered to Figueroa's pressure accordingly. Um, the uppercut was working very well for him, especially on the inside, and he was fighting well off his back and against the ropes. He wasn't backing down from the volume punching of Figueroa and Figueroa's aggressive come forward style. He had an answer for Figueroa's pressure, but that's not to take anything away from Figueroa. Like I said, this fight was a majority decision. I had the fight score only a round up for Fulton. That just goes to show you, like I said, how close this fight was. And if y'all haven't watched the fight, I highly suggest y'all go watch the fight. Very entertaining for any and everybody to tune into. Um, like I said, Figueroa made it a very rough fight for him. However, Fulton, I thought he landed the better punches. He was splitting Figueroa's guard very well with the straight right. And on to speak on a more positive note about what Figueroa did in the fight, I was impressed, like always, with his volume and also his body work. He was digging to the body of Fulton a whole lot throughout the whole 12 rounds. And with that being said, y'all let me know what y'all had this fight scored. If y'all, because I'm hearing a lot of people thought that Fulton won, and I'm hearing the other side as well. A lot of people thought Figueroa won the fight and did enough and had more activities throughout the fight. But like I said, in my opinion, I thought Fulton fought a better fight, and he landed the more cleaner punches. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between the two. It was a very close fight, and it was a very active fight, and I'm sure all the fans who tapped into the fight wouldn't mind seeing a rematch either. And as far as their future potential opponents go for both fighters, um, hypothetically speaking, let's say they don't have a rematch, right? Maybe they could have a undisputed unified title fight with I'm talking about Stephen Fulton. I'm gonna give potential opponents for Figueroa as well, but as far as the champion, the victor of this fight, Stephen Fulton, who improved his record to 20-0. Now the WBC and WBO champion could get in there with the WBA super bantamweight champion and the IBF super bantamweight champion. That is, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. If I mispronounce this man's name, correct me if I'm wrong. A fellow undefeated champion at super bantamweight, uh, Murajan Akhmadaliev. Bear with me. Like I said, correct me if I pronounce his name wrong. But this man is also undefeated. Undefeated fighter out of Uzbekistan, 10-0. A little less experienced than Stephen Fulton, but I've been impressed by his work. His last performance against the Chilean fighter on the undercard for Andrade and Quigley, his performance was, he won. That's all that matters. He was a winner of that fight. With that being said, I wouldn't mind seeing, with all these undisputed title fights happening in the recent events in boxing, I wouldn't mind seeing who will be undisputed as super bantamweight. Um, so, like I said, Akhmadaliev and Stephen Fulton, get in there. It would be a huge fight. I'll say the super bantamweight division ain't really, popping like that as far as the mainstream. But if you're a boxing fan, this would still be a major fight. Um, Akhmadaliev, he's getting his rankings up there. He's already up there because he holds 2 titles at that weight class. But I'm talking about as far as being a draw in the sport, he's trying to market himself and market his name out there. And as far as Stephen Fulton coming off his last fight, his last performance against Figueroa, I'm sure he got his name buzzing definitely through the boxing scene for sure. But with a fight like that, he should get more recognition from the public as well. So any undisputed title fight should be highly anticipated. So I mean, like I said, you have 2 young undefeated fighters who are champions who hold 2 titles respectively. At that weight class, getting in there to see who's undisputed. Like, come on, man. Can't go wrong with that. And then there's it leads me to another fight option for Stephen Fulton in the future. You got Luis Neri fighting Castro, undefeated super bantamweight fighter that's going to be on the undercard for the upcoming Keith Thurman Mario Barrios card. Is Carlos Castro? That's his name. 27-0. He has I think 14 knockouts. I don't know too much about him, but whoever wins that Luis Neri Carlos Castro fight could potentially line themselves up to challenge for Fulton's WBO and WBC belt, and they're all under the same banner with PBC. So with that being said, like I said, those 2 fights could be next for Stephen Fulton um, if that rematch with Brendan Figueroa isn't immediately happening. And as far as Figueroa, before he got in there with Fulton, he stopped Luis Neri in the impressive, I think it was like a mid-round, I think it was like 5th or 6th round TKO win over Luis Neri. That was impressive. So, I mean, if Carlos Castro beats Neri, Stephen Fulton could, not Stephen Fulton, pardon me, Figueroa could fight, Castro, um, or, maybe potentially challenge Akhmadaliev for one of his titles, maybe. Who knows, right? And, there's a few names out there in the super bantamweight division. You got another undefeated prospect at super bantamweight. He's 19-0, American fighter. Alim. I don't know his first name, but like I said, that's another undefeated prospect that he could get in the ring with. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for this video for the Stephen Fulton, Brendan Figueroa post-fight recap review video. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments below. Y'all let me know how y'all saw the fight, what y'all want to see next from both guys. And at the super bantamweight division, subscribe, share if y'all want. Y'all stay healthy, be safe, and peace.